Oh gosh. Hmm. See, the behind the scenes conversations are always the best. And well, if you're wondering, this is Marketplace on Smooth 98.1. My name still remains Joy. Ureye. Like I said, the behind the scenes conversation. That was the best. In case you're wondering what I mean by behind the scenes, you want to watch what's happening in the studio, you can go to youtube.com/smooth 981 FM Lagos, smooth 981 FM Lagos, and you get to see my guest. I'm talking about my guest. I won't do the amable thing, but let's get into the conversation for the evening. Well, first things first. On Marketplace today, we'll be talking about how it seems the air travels has tripled, or will I say quadrupled at some point, but we still want to figure out how to travel, how to go to different destinations, have fun. Well, we'll be touching on the purchasing power and Nigerians, how easy it is to get those tickets if we can still can. uh, 30 December has gone, but we can plan ahead. You have places you want to travel to. Do you know how much it costs? Have you set a saving? December will come again and you'll be wondering, I didn't go on a trip, I didn't go anywhere. Well, thankfully, my guest is here in person and he is Seun Afolabi. He is a travel management expert and the general manager of Finchglow Holidays. Good evening. I'm glad to have you in the studio with me.
Good evening, Joy. Good evening, everybody. Nice to be here.
Absolutely great to have you in here because talking about travels,
Hmm.
hmm, it's almost as if we have to dip into our pockets of pockets just to travel. But you know what? Lagos, you also get to be a part of this conversation. You have your questions, you have your contributions. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. You can send them to me on WhatsApp 0911 0911 That is the WhatsApp number. And you can also, hey, get a pic of my guest. Yes. Cheryl is looking, he's like, this one that Joy has put me on the spot. Well, I can, can't I?
Well, we're here to talk travel.
We're here to talk travel. Let's talk travel. Okay, so let's see. Talking about travel.
Okay.
Which Nigerians always love to do a lot. You go to the airport right now. You're seeing one person, two people, five, 10, and I'm not just talking about traveling within traveling locally. I'm talking about traveling out of the country. But one thing about traveling is it's expensive. You would think it's small money when you hear or see certain people fly private jets. It's not any small fit. But it makes me wonder, are people buying bulk tickets or how does it work? Because sometimes when I see these politicians zoom go in and out of Nigeria, I'm like, this money that these people have, and I'm seeing ticket prices, it makes me wonder.
Okay, so ticket price is variable of different things, right?
Okay.
You see demand and supply playing a very huge part in that, and you also see taxes and government payments all embedded in the prices that eventually comes out to
Okay.
the customer to pay, right? But travel has been a bit of it's been a beautiful place to be. That's the truth, right?
Okay.
For me, as first and as an analyst, and also as an expert,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because you see so many dynamics come into play, and then you see, okay, the reason why this is like this is because of that. Yeah. So it's been very interesting, and so when you talk about who are the major travelers, right,
Right.
currently in the
Right.
country, it's I also say it's a mixture. People travel for different reasons,
Okay.
right? You have some people that just want to go for adventure trips.
Oh
You
yeah.
have some people that just want to go rest. They book 5 days just to be in the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
They want to go sightseeing, nothing. They just want to be in one place and disconnect, right? And then you see people that want to do family travel, and then there are other people that want to yeah, like I said, family travel. There are people, there are families that it
Even
is
within the
customary for them to travel once a year as a family. So whether during summer or December, you see all of them going bulk, right? So people travel for different reasons, but when you put into consideration cost, that's why you see the different dynamics play. Can we afford to travel to
it kind of
UK?
uh-huh.
Okay, what if we travel to Ghana? And then that's where regional travel comes into play.
Mhm.
And then you also see the local travel come into play. Culture, families that used to go to Ghana before, they definitely don't go to Ghana anymore. They'll probably go to Ibadan.
No, see, we're not laughing. I'm just saying that you know what? When you think about the prices, it uh, I I sometimes shudder when I see the ticket prices, and I this was out of the box, right?
Okay.
Sometimes I wonder why it is traveling when they say outside within our own space. It's almost as if you're spending the same as if you're traveling to somewhere outside.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is a round ticket.
Actually, I would crack a very, very funny joke.
Okay.
Before I came here, I was checking the price of Ni- Nigeria Ghana. Nigeria Ghana is 200 and something thousand, right? Currently,
That oh, okay.
right?
Okay.
It was twice that in December. Was for one way, it was twice that in December.
Okay.
But you also see that Nigeria and sorry, Lagos Enugu is 150, 170,000,
Okay.
right? And so you begin to ask questions first from
When
the
I'm not going outside of my country, I'm
from,
inside my country and
you
I'm
know,
paying that amount.
from the local part of it, you begin to ask questions. Why am I going to Enugu for this price, right? But
Why not?
then you put into consideration the macroeconomics,
Okay.
demand, supply, security, convenience. Even though it's just a 1 hour trip or 1 hour 30 minutes, you still have to pay. It is still the same effort
Yes. Oh,
to take for a flight to leave Lagos
okay.
and land in Ghana. That's the same effort it take for the flight to leave Lagos and land in Enugu.
Ooh. I don't want to break anybody's heart, but back then 15K for
I know, right? I know.
and you were feeling like, oh my word. I think business class back then was like 45, 50K, and you were feeling like days. You were leaving La Vida, but now
So,
regular airfare is 150, 200.
200
And
local, and that's local. I had a customer that did for one way, two people, he was there about paying 1 million for local last in December.
that was where I was coming to. So, what exactly informs this changes?
So airline is the airline business is like any other business, right? They
Right.
also want to make profit.
Periods.
So they look at peak periods, they look at give or take the number of people in around this area in this period will be a lot. So let's try to make the most of what we can. In fact, I know in December airlines do
Mhm.
not always they always overbook,
True.
right? And
True.
then you put the agency in a space where the customer is getting to the airport and then you're saying, oh, there's no space on this. Let's put you on the next, right? The customer will still come back to the agency to say, oh, but
I had
I have a business
exactly.
trip to make. Why am I having to wait this long? But then it is not me, it's the airline. So what I can do for you is can I put
Rebook you on something
you on
else?
something else? Exactly.
No, that is that's taking a toll on everyone. So let me ask this question. Can an average or should I say middle class Nigerian afford a ticket anywhere
Yes.
based on the current minimum wage? How I had to say that
You
because
literally just put spanner into the question. Just like throw me off a bit. But it's fine. If you look at in comparison to the minimum wage, it's very difficult
okay.
for the average Nigerian to do so, right? But if you put the minimum wage aside,
Right.
right, it becomes a thing of planning.
Okay.
People have to plan towards it. And so in my agency, Finchglow Holidays, we've basically come up with a package to say, okay, travel colo, visa colo, stuff like that. So you basically just
piggyback for
piggyback
your
travel needs,
if you
right?
need
So by the time it's getting to that time, you see that okay, it's not really a big deal. So you just clear off the rest and then you go.
interesting stuff. Okay, now we're in the we've gone past summer. We're not
Past
we're,
December.
December rather. I beg your pardon.
Summer is
Summer is ahead. It seems it's quiet right now. What then happens within this period?
okay. So is you see that's quiet? It's not quiet.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not quiet,
I
right?
see.
Because so what we've seen is for the past maybe 2 years, we've seen a decline in leisure travel, right? Because economic reasons, obviously. But then
Okay.
you've seen corporate travel actually skyrocket. Right.
Ah,
So coming into the new year, you have company retreats.
okay. Oh, yes.
You have company
I
retreats,
heard more of
January,
that.
February come into play in that space. So you see a lot of people, and also you also have people that run away from the peak periods because of prices and rather go in let's say February, right? Or in March, because it's not as expensive as you get to enjoy the same experience, right? And again, it works for you if you know if you're somebody that doesn't like crowd.
Right,
It works a lot for you, right? Because you whatever facility you're enjoying for yourself.
And at a cheaper cost.
Cheaper cost, so it's a win-win for whoever doesn't like that.
Well, we'll talk more about leisure travels and how it is that certain places seem like it's never land, depending on your pockets. But we'll talk on that after this quick breather. Lagos, you do not want to move a muscle. You want to stay tuned to find out how. And well, Seun has talked about how you can save in piggy banks for your destination trips. We'll touch on that on the other side. But still tune in to Marketplace here in Smooth 98.1 to be a part of Marketplace. You can share your thoughts with us on 0911 0981. Really? Well, I think people are using using what's it called now? Using uh retreats as their next best way to get travels in.
What we actually do is now, let's say your retreat is for 3 days, 4 days. We had one more day. So you get there a day earlier, do the tourism part of it, and then go for your seminars or whatever it is. But then some companies also want a mixture of the two. So we'll sit down with whoever the travel manager on the other side is and say, okay, we'll do this day they do a strategy session, the next day they do a site thing,
Sense.
like that,
Makes
like that.
sense. So it's not just all welcome.
Strategy sessions and retreats are supposed to be like that. My company reading about this in Nigeria. Outside
The whole idea is take it as a workspace. I like outside is outside of me. Oh my goodness. Let's get back in. All right, Lagos, you still tune into Marketplace here on Smooth 98.1. My name is Joy Ure. I'm joined by Seun Afolabi. He is a travel management expert and the general manager of Finchglow Holidays. We're talking about air travels, or basically talking about how purchasing power has skyrocketed in a sense. How has it been for you? You want to share your thoughts with me? Well, questions as well. My guest can answer them. 0911 That is the number here on WhatsApp. I'm talking about sharing your thoughts. Cisco, hello. Where have you been? Okay. He says Nigeria's Ghana 200. That's very cheap. Well, It says last time I traveled to Enugu, it was 180,000 naira. Oh my days.
Well, I know I mentioned the period.
Yes,
So this
yes.
period,
So
that's what it
peak
is.
period and off-peak period, those things can happen. All right. Obina, good evening to you as well. Obina says, oh my days. No excuses. The airline operators and traveling agents are just extorting travelers for nothing else than exploitation and corruption. Further says the aviation fuel price has been same for the longest time. So why the rising hike? Well, Lagos to Maiduguri is more expensive than Lagos to South Africa. Oh my word.
I
Okay.
I don't know what to say to that, but so the truth of the matter is this, right? Aviation fuel, non-aviation fuel, what people will be paid salaries, right? Whether it's a private jet or a commercial, you have hostesses, you have
So
feeding.
life continues even if people are on break, they're not on
You're
break.
not on break. Exactly.
Things still have to happen. So
I know a lot of people that own private jets that use their jets for rent because they are not currently using it.
right.
Because whether they like it or not, they'll pay for the space.
Pay for the hangar space.
The hangar space, they'll pay for it. So it's better to use it for commercial purposes. At least it pays the salaries of the pilots, the hostesses, and the feeding of whoever the passenger and all those things, right? So there are some variables that would definitely be there, whether we like it or not. Some expenses that would definitely be there, whether we like it or not. We pay airline pay taxes, and it's not reduced, right? They pay salaries. People would want more salaries. They are recruiting every day. They're doing trainings. They are doing maintenance. Some of these airlines, you have to fly them out to do maintenance and then bring them back
in. So a lot to consider. Oh my word. Well, since domestic, but really, has it improved or has it declined? And I'm talking about domestic air travel.
Domestic air travel has increased.
Oh my word.
Domestic air travel has increased, right? First, because of security reasons. Security reasons plays a very instrumental part of it, right? Because people would rather just do 1 hour for their whatever amount it is than
To risk.
I remember there was a joke. I don't know if it was one of these comedians that said it, that if you're traveling to Imo or something, take the bus ride is 50,000, take an addition budget an additional 30 million for ransom.
No,
that was a joke.
I did at the end of the day, but
exactly.
He was, alluding to the fact that certain people can't travel by road right now. Used to be equipped. If you can see me in the studio, used to be said that it was the poor person's way of getting. Hence why I said echoed. It's not. Okay. But talking about that, traveling by road was a fun experience. Grew up thinking that, oh my word, let's just hop on into a car, hop on a bus, and you enjoy the sights and sound. But now thinking about it in hindsight, you're wondering, do I really want to do that? Am I safe?
So the thing is this, right? Even in my place, right? My workplace, we recently created a travel club, like travel club, Live Dream Explore. And we are a community of young adults that basically want to see Nigeria. What this guy has been doing, I can't remember his name currently, but there's this influencer that has been touring the north.
Oh, impressive. I've come across this post on IG. His name.
Yeah, but it's been very, very impressive, and I think we need more people like that. So we've been doing the tours, the road tours, and then this year it has come to me. Okay, I have an itinerary of people to go to Calabar, and I'm thinking, Calabar is far from Lagos.
It is far.
I want to put people's children inside bus. I want to go.
I'm
Like,
not making light of
even
this.
even though there's gonna be a security personnel with us,
Right.
it's still
It's so long
it's still
travel and
it's still very dicey. So I can easily just go back and say, you know what, this time we're going to Calabar, let's go to Ibadan, let's go to Abeokuta, let's go to Osun, let's go to, and then we leave the other one for air flight
okay.
instead of road trip.
There are certain things I want to say, but I shall rein it
I
in.
mean, the truth of the matter is, all of these things play a very big factor in customers' decision,
I agree.
right? Yes, there's price on one side,
Right.
but then there's security on the other side.
So you have to be considerate of
Exactly.
whichever it is the customer is most comfortable with. All right. Cisco says, it's a joke, but that's the reality of a security situation. Well, hopefully it gets better over time. Gilbert Musa, good evening to you. He says, I commend your host on his idea of a piggy module concerning leisure travel. However, my observation is taking a pattern from the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, the quality of local air travel in Nigeria has declined, despite its corresponding current high cost. Nigeria Airways service in 1985 out, outspaced local air travel in 2004 and 2010 till date. However, in the 80s, you don't hear of flights cancellation. I, I- that, hmm, that you shall speak to because, but he says, but as I speak, as of December 2024, it was and still is the order of the day. And brings me to the huge question. How come it is I know you said that there are high demands certain times,
Yes.
but there's certain times where you get to the airport, you booked months ahead.
Yeah.
You get there and they say they're not traveling, it's been cancelled.
Mm.
And you possibly weren't even giving a heads up until when you got there.
So we also need to I am not picking sides, right? But
Right.
I'll want us to take it from the angle of the airline also, right?
Okay.
For let's say you whatever time you booked your flight, you're going to let's say you're doing a Lagos Ekiti back to Lagos.
Right.
Mhm. So you've done the first leg, Lagos Ekiti. And it so happens that the day you want to come back to Lagos,
They don't have
you did not have passengers.
So I think going to
I think it's carry one person or three people. Because like I mentioned earlier, right? It's the same cost for them to move one person
Mm-hmm.
or 10 people or
Okay.
15 people from Ekiti bound to Lagos. And so they also need to now do their math, say, okay, we have a flight coming to let's say Ondo tomorrow. If you touch down Ondo, you can come to Ekiti, pick up these people, go back to Ondo, pick up and move. So they have a special department for planning itineraries and all of that, just to make sure that they make the most of every trip,
Right.
right? But at the same time, yeah, it's very, very poor customer service because I've been a victim. I don't want to mention airlines, right? But I've stayed in the airport for like 6 hours.
And you weren't giving any update.
I had to be chasing for updates. I had to be the one to chase for updates. What's happening here? So, oh, sir, don't worry, it's coming. The airline has not arrived yet. This is the so I basically started watching for airlines coming down from the air. So once it touches down like this, I'm like, okay, is that? Oh, it's not.
And the wait continued.
And anyway, something.
Did you eventually get on a flight out of the
Yes,
base?
I did. I did.
The same day.
Same day, but it was later in the evening. The good thing was I didn't plan anything for that period. So imagine I had already scheduled a meeting in Lagos. So say, okay,
By the time I get back
by the
in
time I get back, I'll just go from the airport to the office, have my meeting and go. So that's the wasted day, basically. So I would sit on the fence on that one to say, oh, there's the part of the airline having the cost, and then there's the customer service, which is not splendid. on the customer side.
Well, what's your outlook for travel in Nigeria this year?
Traveling in Nigeria this year, I am actually looking forward to it being an interesting one. Um, we've we cannot shy away from the input of the government in terms of FX decline, sorry, FX reduction. Um, so it gives a bit of room for customers to wiggle their way into some of these trips that they didn't plan beforehand. And one thing about the FX being stable is the fact that you do not have the sporadic changes of, oh, you call in the morning, what's the FX rate now? You tell you it's one something, and then you're calling in the afternoon, 2,800. Today's price is not, this morning's price is not this afternoon's price. Right. So at least most people can plan ahead and just have a mental note of whatever the price is. So we hope to see more travel, more leisure travel this year. And but I'm not also disputing a lot of regional travel. Last year there was a beautiful hike in that part of it because I'm African. I need to probably promote Africa also. So regional travel. Yeah, go ahead, please. Regional travel actually was on the upward last year, and it was beautiful to see. And one thing the other countries have been doing is waiving off visa fees. So that yeah, so most of the countries you get to is it's visa free, so you can even go Kenya, so you can go Nairobi, Rwanda, all of that. You can do 3 countries in one trip. Nice. So it is on the upward rise. So I'm glad to hear that. So in case you were thinking about making those plans, you can start saving in your piggy bank for it. However, for anyone who's listening now and they've had, okay, I can start saving small. How do I go about it? How do they reach out to you on your social media handle? We are live on all social media platforms: X, Finchglow Holidays, Instagram Finchglow Holidays, LinkedIn Finchglow Holidays. Awesome stuff. And you can also visit our website finchglowholidays.com. Awesome. Lagos. Now start making your plans to travel. Do not wait till the last minute. Lastminute.com, you just might be paying through your nose. And that's not what we're hoping for you. So save it as much as you can. And so that at the end of the day, you have a fun experience. Even if it's not regional, even if it's local, you still want to have a fun experience. As Cheryl says, outside is outside. Got more lined up for you, especially where the music is concerned. You do not want to move a muscle. Stay glued to your radio Smooth 98.1 because after the quick breather, I've got Michael Jackson. And you know we never stop playing the right music here on Smooth 98.1.